Jadon Sancho. On by Hazard, Witsel. Sancho's got Hazard in support over there. Guerrero's not too far away either. Emre Can, who's back in midfield, having been part of the Dortmund back three last weekend with Hummels suspended, so he's been pushed a little bit further forward, and Thomas Delaney is not involved today. He's the player that misses out. Borussia Dortmund's form has been rock solid, barring the game that they had to win, the only defeat in the last without a trophy. Jadon Sancho let it run, but Hakimi's going to be beaten to that. It's been a low-tempo start made by both of them, a situation that would favour the struggling team in the Bundesliga. Fortuna Dusseldorf, 7.5 minutes, so the game hasn't really got above walking pace. Ahan looking long there towards Karaman. And Lucas Piszczek able to see it through to Roman Bürki, the goalkeeper. There's Julian Brandt dropping deep. Forward then by Piszczek. And Jadon Sancho's over here, and he manages to shrug Gieselman aside. Just having a look there, Gieselman, as to whether he was fouled by Jadon Sancho. That's what he was appealing for, and he continues the conversation with the referee. It's the first corner, though, here for Fortuna Dusseldorf to defend. Jadon Sancho out to take it, and the first opportunity for the Dortmund centre-backs to get forward. Climbing highest in the middle was Emre Can. Emre Can, who scored the winner last weekend against Hertha Berlin. It's his first ever game against Fortuna Dusseldorf for Borussia Dortmund today. There are some players in the Dortmund side in fantastic form at the moment in terms of scoring goals. Rafael Guerrero's got 6 in the last 14 matches, and Jadon Sancho has been pretty much irresistible recently. That's a lovely touch to Julian Brandt to keep this move alive. Gieselman back there to do the defending, though, for Fortuna. Uwe Rosler there, busy for his team to get on with it. His main task when he came in was to make Fortuna Dusseldorf more difficult to beat, as we see that little bit of invention there from the England man, Jadon Sancho. And I suppose as far as remits go, he's managed to see it through. 7 draws in 11 games under Uwe Rosler, which has certainly stopped the bleeding, but of course they're going to need a couple of wins here and there as well if they're going to avoid this potential relegation playoff, and they know that Werder Bremen are closing in fast behind them too. So there's plenty of work for Fortuna to do in what remains of the Bundesliga season. Excellent play by Can. Here's Guerrero. Now Witsel. Hazard challenged quickly over there by Zimmerman. And now Karaman with Tommy running forward. And Akanji is defending over on that side. Initially, made the challenge. It took a bit of help from Piszczek to get it back there for Dortmund, and now they can come forward with Brandt, who plays it first time to Sancho, and the yellow shirts can start to flood forward here. Well, Jadon Sancho, though, shows far too much of that to Marcel Sabonka. Free kick taken by Hoffman up towards Karaman. Tommy just caught there by Lucas Piszczek. Two Fortuna players over the ball, and it was Eric Tommy running away from the free kick, and Stoger played it in there that Roman Bürki was able to read. The big difference between the two teams that you see is a lack of goals in the starting lineup for Fortuna Dusseldorf today. The top scorer, Hennings, is on the bench. They've only got 19 goals spread amongst the 10 outfield players. And you think that Jadon Sancho's got more than that on his own this season for Dortmund, and they've got Erling Haaland on the bench too. It's a significant difference in the respective styles today. Julian Brandt challenged effectively by Gieselman. Here's Hakimi. And now Axel Witsel onto Akanji. Emre Can. Well, Julian Brandt, who's got the licence to drop deep and play where he wants to, really. Torgan Hazard on the move. And it was one back well, and now the break might be on for Fortuna, although there's the fair challenge on Karaman by Hummels. Now Witsel urging Guerrero to get forward, and Zimmerman was over there with the tackle for Fortuna. Here's Manuel Akanji. That's a little bit too far for Torgan Hazard, who scored in the 5-0 win in December. And he's got a really good goal-scoring record in matches against Fortuna Dusseldorf. 4 goals in 4 games in his career. And he's another one who's been in really good goal-scoring form recently for Dortmund. That's no foul by Can on Tommy. Might just sense a bit of early frustration here among the Fortuna players that decisions that they feel they should have aren't necessarily going their way. Here's Rafael Guerrero, given away by Julian Brandt. I would think it's been a fairly satisfactory 15 minutes here for Uwe Rosler. Florian Kastenmeier, the Fortuna goalkeeper, has had nothing to do. And they've managed to avoid the quick start that Dortmund like to make, and they've managed to snuff out any prospect of open, free-flowing, attacking football from the visitors. This is Eric Tommy. Stoger. Ahans forward here from one of the back 3 positions, supported by Zimmerman. Now Borussia. Borussia is on loan from Lazio, gets it out wide again, and then there's too much on the cross. They've got both Eric Tommy and Keenan Karaman waiting in the middle. So the first corner for Fortuna. And Tommy's out to take it. Played in every Bundesliga game so far this season. Kevin Stoger is with him too. A bit of space here for Tommy to try and get the right kind of crossing that was dealt with defensively by Dortmund, and now the counter-attack's on, and they've got so much speed. And they've got Hakimi through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and that's a big save by Kastenmeier. And then they're looking to play it through towards Jadon Sancho, who pulls it back, and it's smashed away. Well, it's the first time they've really been caught. They were mighty pleased, Fortuna, to see Zimmerman on hand to make the clearance. But the best opportunity was for Achraf Hakimi, who was denied 1v1 by Florian Kastenmeier in the Fortuna Dusseldorf goal. It's a real warning that for Fortuna, that the best opportunity that Dortmund have had came from a Fortuna Dusseldorf corner. Dortmund have had the upper hand in the fixture between the two. They've won 6 of the last 9 meetings between the sides, although Fortuna won this fixture in this ground last season. And Julian Brandt putting some pressure there on Marcus Suttner. This is the counter-attack, and they can do this so effectively. They've got so much speed, and look at the kind of space there that Achraf Hakimi found, and he should have done better. He got Torgan Hazard up there with him, went alone, and it was a good save by Florian Kastenmeier. Hakimi has scored 8 goals this season. He's got that attacking side to his game, but on this occasion, Kastenmeier wins the battle. So last weekend, of course, where the Bundesliga will dominate the football landscape. The Liga's back, it's up and running. And of course, by this time next weekend, we'll be enjoying the Premier League again as well. And we all hope that that league is going to have as successful a resumption as we've seen in the Bundesliga. There's Mats Hummels for Borussia Dortmund. The table as it stands with regards to Dortmund, they're 1 point above Leipzig, who won last night, and they've got a 7-point cushion to Mönchengladbach in 4th place. Karaman's pushed that too far, and Hummels, the very experienced former Germany international, was able to take it off him. Here's Julian Brandt, who's been a real successful provider of chances and goals since the restart. He struggled to find the back of the net himself, but he's been the man for the assists since the resumption of the Bundesliga for Dortmund. Torgan Hazard was making the run through the middle. The clearance only finds Achraf Hakimi. He gets it back again from Hazard. Sancho just denied it there by Ahan. The free kick's going to go Fortuna's way here. It was a foul committed by Lucas Piszczek. It's Eric Tommy who's down, which will concern Uwe Rosler. Rossler never beat Dortmund as a player with Dynamo Dresden. He once played a game against them, a team that included the current Dortmund sporting director, Michael Zorc, that included 5 red cards. We don't foresee that happening today, but I'm pretty sure that's a game that's still etched in the memory of Uwe Rossler. Don't forget there's Erling Haaland, by the way. We expect to see him today. Don't forget we've got Bayern Munich against Borussia Mönchengladbach live at 4:45. That's on 1HD and BT Sport Ultimate. And the second Coppa Italia semi-final tonight, Napoli against Inter Milan. That's from 7:45, and you can see that on 1HD as well. On there by Julian Brandt, and Gieselman will get that back from Ahan. One thing the two sides have in common today is that both of their latest defeats are at the hands of Bayern Munich. It's been a common theme for the rest of the Bundesliga to deal with as well. Played forward there by Rafael Guerrero towards Julian Brandt. Karaman gives it away. Here's Hakimi. Little touch by Sancho. Brandt might be in here. Julian Brandt still. Well, the applause there for the defending from Florian Kastenmeier. But it was another good opportunity created there by Dortmund. A little touch there by Jadon Sancho, and Julian Brandt on his way in. And it turned out to be really good defending in the end by Andre Hoffmann. And he was quite rightly applauded and congratulated by his goalkeeper. Wonderful little touch there by Jadon Sancho to set the chance up for the German international Julian Brandt. Borussia out to Zimmerman. Hasn't been any kind of creative spark as yet for Fortuna Dusseldorf, who are playing like a team that don't score many goals. Here's Gieselman, and that's through to Berkey. Hakimi. Now Hazard. Harry Tommy looking to turn away. Lucas Piszczek, the Dortmund captain, has signed a one-year contract extension last month. Gieselman looking to spot the run here of Marcus Suttner, and again it was straightforward in the middle for Roman Bürki. Suttner, who's playing further forward this week, he was in the back three last week, had 18 months at Brighton, 14 Premier League appearances. Julian Brandt can't hold on to possession there. Here's Kevin Sturger. Nico Gieselman. Laid off by Karaman towards Tommy, who then expected Karaman to spin in behind the Dortmund defence. There's Erling Haaland, warming up. Missed the last 2 matches with a groin problem. 37 goals for a combination of RB Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund this season. Witsel. It's been a good start in terms of organisation from Fortuna Dusseldorf. There haven't been too many gaps for Dortmund to exploit. They've looked the most dangerous, as you'd expect, on the break, but those have been relatively few and far between. There's Emre Can. Now Lucas Piszczek. Witsel to Akanji. There's Witsel once more. His football career has taken him to Russia, China. This time they're looking to get Torgan Hazard in behind. Hakimi's up there, Chan's in there, so is Guerrero. This is Jadon Sancho, laid off by Guerrero, and then Julian Brandt with a shot, and a comfortable save in the end for Kastenmeier. It was nice, imaginative, incisive football inside the penalty area from Dortmund, but it needed a stronger finish from Julian Brandt. See, 1 or 2 nice little touches, haven't we, in the opening 29 minutes from Jadon Sancho. Foul there by Witsel. It will be in Rosler's mind, of course, that Dortmund are more than capable of scoring goals in flurries. You can score numerous goals in a short space of time. They're that kind of team, so they'll need this kind of concentration all the way through. Just over 15 minutes to go in the first half. 0-0. Suttner went up there with Hakimi. Gets the ball then from Torgan Hazard. Guerrero. Sancho challenged quickly over there by Zimmerman. Zimmerman, the right wing-back of Fortuna, is one of a small group of players to have played every Bundesliga minute this season. He's got a big job this afternoon against Jadon Sancho. Emre Can. Axel Witsel, who leaves it for Achraf Hakimi. Chan finds a bit of space. That's a nice ball as well to Torgan Hazard, who puts the cross in. The whistle's gone. The offside decision has gone against Borussia Dortmund. It's a lovely ball, though, threaded through by Emre Can, and he's only a fraction offside, isn't he, Hazard? Don't forget, we've got the second leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final. In fact, we've got the Coppa Italia final, which is on Wednesday, 7:45, 2 HD, you can see that. And the Premier League resumption for us on BT Sport is going to be next Saturday lunchtime. And we've got 20 games for you between now and the rest of the season. And we start with Watford against Leicester at Vicarage Road, and we'll be there for that one next Saturday, and we'll follow that up with a game at 3 o'clock as well, so the big Premier League restart. Here's Witsel for Dortmund, played over 100 times now for Belgium. Axel Witsel. Julian Brandt with a touch now to Jadon Sancho, and then back to Brandt again. Here's Hakimi. Piszczek, Hummels. Stubborn resistance so far from Fortuna Dusseldorf, not allowing Borussia Dortmund to move them around and open them up. Lucien Favre's side have to be extremely patient, it would appear, here today. Jadon Sancho looking to try and play Hakimi in. Thumped away by Gieselman, but not very far. Let it run, and then Julian Brandt was trying to play him through. Here's Emre Can now, Hakimi. Kanji's had very little to do in the way of defending so far out there on the left-hand side. Same can be said for the whole of the back three, really, for Dortmund. Majority of the game has been played in the Fortuna half. Referee wants a quick word here with Torgan Hazard. Choosing not to stop his momentum against Eric Tommy. He'd seen it. Uwe Rosler. Possession being dominated by Dortmund. Only 2 shots though so far, which will be seen as quite a significant moral victory by Rosler. Turned out to be a decent ball from Hoffman out to Zimmerman, and now Karaman stopped in his tracks over there by Hummels, who was helped by Akanji. Jadon Sancho had just come out to the right-hand side for Dortmund to try his luck on that side. It's Witsel. Guerrero. Mats Hummels, who's played the most games in a single season for 4 years this season. He's been relatively injury-free. His 348th game for Borussia Dortmund today, over 2 spells. Julian Brandt losing out to Ahan, who then totally gives the ball away to Torgan Hazard. Quite sure what he saw there, Ahan. Here's Sancho, 20 goals in 40 games this season, 17 of them in the Bundesliga. Sancho looking to tee up Hakimi, and good defending there by Gieselman, who was fouled by Achraf Hakimi. Just a little shove in the back, and the free kick to Fortuna Dusseldorf. Went Hummels. So Keenan Karaman. Emre Can. Touched by Sancho to Witsel, who ended up doing quite nicely himself. Well, the Swiss international Akanji, supported by Guerreiro, who plays his international football for Portugal. The possession is really comfortable from a Dortmund perspective, but they've got to try and find a way to be a little bit more creative in the area where it really matters. So far it's been a good, solid, sound defensive display by Fortuna Dusseldorf, who would, I presume, gladly take a point from this fixture today. The emphasis really on Dortmund to try and keep the pressure on Bayern Munich above them. There's Kevin Stoger, Hoffman. Gieselman, who can move away from Julian Brandt and then hit the pass straight at Lucas Piszczek. Bit of pressure there on Borussia, pressure that was being applied by Akanji. They've won it back though, Fortuna. Bit of pressure there on Borussia. Pressure that was being applied by Akanji. They've won it back though, Fortuna. Be very surprised in the second half if there's not a significant part for Haaland to play, if it stays like this. Just lacking that little bit of devilment up front, aren't they, Dortmund, at the moment? Less than 5 minutes to go in the first half, and it hasn't been that severe a test defensively for Fortuna. She wins it back there from Borussia, a smash forward then by Zimmerman, but all kinds of time here for the right wing-back of Dortmund, Achraf Hakimi, the Morocco international, on loan from Real Madrid. Just wonder next season whether he might be a serious challenger in Madrid to Dani Carvajal. Hummels stepping forward from centre-back and then flicking one out there to Rafael Guerreiro. Julian Brandt and Torgan Hazard waiting in the middle. Here's Witsel. Gets it back again from Sancho. Little flick by Guerreiro, but Aham was waiting for it. Karaman's back there helping out defensively too. And that's a free kick to Fortuna. Rosler enjoyed that from Eric Tommy. Full touch there by Sutner. Chan. Well defended over there by Stoger. He stayed down there, Emre Can. And Borussia was involved in winning the ball back as well. So Dortmund at the moment, the midfielder down as Fortuna come forward. Kevin Stoger. Emre Can back on his feet. Here's Nico Gieselman.